Let me explain. Let me explain something. Check this out.
You got to be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change.
Check this out.
Welcome to NumisMeeting number 6. We are always really excited to do this, and at the end of the NumisMeeting, we'll also welcome anyone that wants to come up and talk, ask questions, feedback, anything that's on your mind. This is a community call. So for this one, we will be covering, in terms of an agenda, the liquidity pool double up program. We'll be talking about the partner referral program. We'll be discussing the revenue share that's going live soon. We'll cover the graphic design contest that recently came to an end, and then just some other fun stuff. But before we get started, Mister, I'd like to just recap, as we always do, some of the recent market actions. So the big news today is that in the U.S. payrolls report came out, job data, and really, to simplify it, the job data seems to indicate that the Fed in the U.S. is probably going to have to continue raising interest rates in the near term. Inflation at 40-year highs doesn't look like it's really relaxing. Now, if you are in the dollar gained some strength today as it continues kind of a generational bullish pattern to incredible highs. But like we've discussed in some of the earlier NUMIS meetings, this also means that if you are in other parts of the world or you're in another fiat currency like the euro, you may be struggling. And that's one of those cases where, hey, we can help with that. We do run US dollar stablecoin strategies. And so if you're thinking maybe I should move out of my local currency and into the dollars, we can help do that. Looking at Bitcoin, so Bitcoin has been really on a pretty impressive move since mid-July. It's gone from that mid-17 range where we had that peak capitulation event where we saw all of the different centralized finance services and smaller exchanges essentially collapsing. It was pretty wild if you were here for that. Since then, Bitcoin has managed to peak up to around almost 25K, currently in a corrective pattern, sitting around 22, what about 22.7? So one of the things that I've noticed, I don't know if you gentlemen have, every corrective pattern since mid-July, Bitcoin is actually registered around a 14, averaging around a 14.5 to 15% drop before it moves back up. So one of the things, this isn't financial advice, this is me poppy talking, but one of the things I'm watching is, hey, worst case scenario, there is a higher time frame support that's extending from June, and it happens to coincide with that 14.5% retracement. So if we were to see that, that's currently sitting around the lower 21K range. That's, for me, I think, is a worst case scenario. Looking at some of the other macro market factors that are impacting us, there's no FOMC, which is the Federal Open Market Committee. There's no meeting for that in this month, in August, which means that we may see a little bit of relief across the board until September when they meet again. And if the numbers are still looking a little bit unhealthy, we probably are going to expect another strong 75 basis point to 100 basis point rate increase, which probably would have a little bit of a negative impact on equities, on crypto, and other markets. Looking at the NUME coin, so NUME also has largely been tracing the larger market patterns, but it looks extremely healthy. I'm just grabbing it here quick. I've been extremely happy. There we go. Oops. Yeah, so if you look overall from launch against ETH, we're still up around 50%. against ETH, which really is incredible considering the current market conditions. Uh, Very happy about that. And so I think we're going to just follow the larger market trend right now, which is a little bit of a downside move at the moment. And we'll see what happens going into next week. I think going into the Ethereum in September, Ethereum has that very significant event, the merge, where it transitions to proof of stake. And so a large part of the Ethereum ecosystem, for the most part, is going to trace Ethereum. I think Ethereum's going to have one of those, buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event. And it may hold on to its gains up to that point. But overall, we think the Ethereum ecosystem is going to perform very well over the next month. And then, gentlemen, I think we wanted to just briefly touch on some of the kind of semantic data around NUME. And this is the stuff I really enjoy and I was really excited about. So we've had a pretty productive past month. Let me see. Pulling up some of the analytics on our social media. So we've been growing a lot. So over the past month, from the month prior, our tweet impressions, basically the number of people that are exposed to NumisMe across social media, is up almost 400%. The number of followers we have has almost 7x'd over the past month. All of this is really good news, and all of this is a reflection of the good work that everyone's doing, and also just the fantastic community that we've put together. The game nights, the giveaways, the contests, the NFT artists, all of this stuff has been just kind of culminating in building a very authentic, organic Web3 community. And I don't know about you, gentlemen, but I couldn't be happier. It's my
It
favorite
really
part of
is amazing, isn't it?
yeah.
It not only feels good to be on this side of the table and see those kinds of numbers, but I think the community should be really proud of themselves because this wouldn't have been possible without everyone's help, everyone's engagement, right? And so, yeah, I think pat on the back, sure for ourselves, but pat on the back for everyone listening live and on the recording.
Yeah, we really truly want this to be a fun community, an engaged community, and a rewarding community to be a part of. That's why we do things like talk about the bigger market picture, because we want to empower you to be a more successful investor, not just in NUME, but just across the board. That's why we do the giveaways, the contests, right? One, of course, it does drum up a little bit of excitement and fun in the bear market, but two, it rewards you for being an active participant and an active member in the community. So, big thank you. So moving on to the first part of our actual agenda, Mr. I think the first thing we're going to talk about was the liquidity pool, the double up program we have. I guess it's another way to frame it would be that it's the program which effectively doubles your LP position if you were to enter that particular program, right?
Yes, and it's been fantastic just the demand we've had for the LP Double Up program, and we continue to see interest in it. We continue to see folks deposit into our liquidity pool using that program. That's been driving up the various project metrics like our total value locked, right? Our TVL. And I guess this isn't really related, but we've also just crossed a pretty significant milestone in terms of how much NUME we have staked now, right? We're at about 8% of NUME, of total NUME being staked, which is an impressive metric, right? That's a growth rate that I think also rivals our community growth metrics. So really proud of that. But just to kind of reiterate what the LP Double Up program is it's a program that allows potential liquidity providers to come in and double their LP position for free, right? The liquidity provider, you bring us the ETH, and we will give you all the NUME you need to match up with your ETH for free so that you can effectively double your LP position and effectively earn NUME rewards at double the rate that you would have earned if you were just going into the regular liquidity pool as just a regular liquidity provider, right? And just I know we've said this a few times before, but just to make sure that everybody understands how it works, in a regular liquidity pool scenario, a liquidity provider would come in with, say, 10 ETH, and when they deposit that into the liquidity pool, for us, that is Uniswap, right? Whenever they deposit into that with their 10 ETH, Uniswap will take half of that. It'll take 5 ETH and turn that into NUME, into 5 ETH worth of NUME, and pair it up with the remaining 5 ETH, right? And put that into the liquidity pool, giving you LP tokens, liquidity pool tokens, worth 10 ETH, right? Relative to the size of the pool. Now, that would be the LP token that you stake at app.numisme.io to earn your rewards. And again, you're earning those. Oh, you got 10 ETH? Well, we have 10 ETH worth of NUME right here for you. We'll pair those up and put that into the liquidity pool on your behalf, and you will then receive LP tokens worth 10 ETH plus 10 ETH worth of NUME. That's 20 ETH, right? Worth of liquidity pool position. So at that point, you start earning rewards against a 20 ETH LP position just by coming in with 10 ETH. And I think that value proposition there, it is compelling, right? Nobody else is doing it. That is an innovation that we've brought to market, and it is invite only for now because it is so new. It's a new concept, it's a new product that we do want to make sure that we are nice and tight on that product before we open it up to the whole world, right? So the way it works right now is it's invite only. You got to go to app.numisme.io and click to apply, or just hit us up on Twitter DMs or Telegram or Discord, and we're more than happy to help you find the application form, and certainly more than happy to onboard you. We do give all interested liquidity providers that do apply and are approved for the LP Double Up program, we do provide one-on-one kind of concierge style onboarding to make sure that everyone is aware of what they're doing, what they can do with their rewards, and how to use the product. But that phase will soon be coming to a close, and we will open it up. But for now, it is invite only. And just to kind of recap, it gives every liquidity provider the ability to double their LP position for free. And on exit, what we do is we just basically give you half the LP tokens, right? And that gives you the right to go directly into Uniswap. And if you do intend to withdraw, you receive the appropriate amount of NUME and the appropriate amount of ETH, and you can do whatever you want with that, right? And I just wanted to add one more point. I think I may have glossed over this, but as long as you are in the LP Double Up program, you will be earning NUME rewards at double the rate that you would have with that whatever ETH you come in with compared to the regular LP. To be very clear, all the rewards that you earn will be claimable in real time and are yours to do with as you please, right? We are saying it's probably better for you to stake that NUME and position yourself to start earning ETH through our revenue share program versus selling that NUME. But we don't control what anybody does, and it is everyone's own decision on what they want to do with their NUME rewards. But just want to put that little reminder out there. It is probably better to stake it to earn ETH versus selling those NUME rewards, right? So that is the LP Double Up program. Yeah, we're quite excited about it. It's doing really well, and we can't wait to take the invite-only, beta sticker off of it and just go full production on it. Just open it up to the whole world with no restrictions.
Yeah, maybe that's a good segue from there to the revenue share discussion.
Yes, indeed. So we've been talking about this for a while, right? Our hybrid emissions model, where we do reward vault users with NUME tokens, we reward LP providers with NUME tokens, but we reward NUME stakers with ETH, right? This hybrid emissions model of rewarding in both NUME and in ETH creates an incentive structure where we are incentivizing folks to stake their NUME rewards, whether they're vault users or they're LP providers. We incentivize folks to stake that NUME to earn ETH, right? And what that does is it reduces sell pressure on the token, and it makes it so that we can be more sustainable. We can protect the value of the token. We can make sure that we don't harm the price, right, through our emissions, through the rewards that we send out, and really that all is based on the fact that we do share ETH that we earn from revenue, right? So we do have a great update. It's a nice update for this week. We do want to announce that the revenue share program is just about to go live. From a project standpoint, we have our revenue share contract ready. It's tested and deployed on mainnet. We're just waiting to make a couple changes to the UI to add some claim buttons. We want to make sure that we put the revenue tracking, right, metrics on not just the DApp, the DApp. We'll add some boxes here and there so you can all see just how much revenue is going to be distributed. We're also building a Dune dashboard that tracks project metrics, and especially does track revenue and just how much of that revenue is about to be shared through the UI tweaks that we're currently developing. And so we're just about ready to go live with that. And you know, in a matter of days, you should be able to see, just, you know, by logging into, well, not logging in, by going to app.numisme.io, connecting your wallet, you'll be able to see just how much revenue that you'll be able to claim, basically based off of how much NUME you have staked and for how long you've staked your NUME, right? Those two parameters determine what your share of the rev share is going to be, right? It's how much NUME you've staked and how long you stake it for. So the more NUME you stake, the bigger a piece of the revenue pie you get, and the longer you stake your NUME, the bigger slice of the pie that you get, right? So yeah, that's a pretty big update. We're pretty excited for that. We don't have it quite ready on the UI on the UI front, but we do have it ready on the back end, right? The contracts are ready on mainnet. We're making sure that we have tracking nice and tight, and once the UI goes live, everybody should be able to start seeing what they're staking their NUME for. So yeah, quite excited for that.
So let me recap that just to make sure it's clear to everyone. By owning NUME, owning the NUME token and locking it into the protocol, I get a portion of the share of the revenue that's transacting through NumisMe, correct?
That's right, and that revenue is provided to us in a couple different ways, right? We do generate revenue through our token transactions, right? Through our reflections tax, which is a way for us to prevent the project from having to sell tokens. And we do generate revenue through our vaults, right? Through the yield generated by our vaults. And we'll layer on more revenue streams as they start coming online, right? We had considered taking revenue based off of fees from our Pay Me self-repaying loans product. We are considering taking that off the table as far as being a revenue stream, but that may still come into play. We'll see. So that could be potentially another source of revenue that does get shared ultimately. But yeah, those are our different revenue streams, and all the ETH that we earn through these revenue streams, we do share a portion of that right back to all NUME stakers. And I just wanted to add, I think I do see a request from Peter Griffin from to speak. I think there might be a question there. Hold tight, sir. We'll get to you. We got the Q&A section at the end of the segment, so we'll give you a chance to get up on stage and comment or ask a question. So hold tight. We see you there with the request. We'll give you the speaker mic as soon as we can.
Yeah, that's really incredible. That's not something I've seen done before, and perhaps it is, right? But none of the protocols or services that I've used have ever paid me for holding their token and shared a part of their revenue back in ETH. And for those who join some of our educational crypto DeFi live streams where we just talk about general trading strategies, background history in the space. One of the things we like to preach is that you always want to diversify, right? Obviously, being a part of the NumisMe project, NumisMe is a very large portion of my portfolio, but it's not the only portion of my portfolio. And one of the ways that you hedge risk in crypto is to diversify into what we call blue chips, which are the most trusted, most liquid projects in crypto. And those, number one and number two, is always Bitcoin and Ethereum. So what you're saying is, as a NUME holder and NUME investor, I will now get that direct exposure also to Ethereum, the number two largest crypto, number two most trusted crypto in the space. That 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 just blows my mind. I love it because I'm stacking Ethereum anyways, because I also have a bad addiction to NFTs. So I need all the ETH I can get.
And we are fans of Ethereum here, right? And so you make a really good point there, Mr. Pap, as far as getting exposure to one of the top two blue chips, right? Well, the number two blue chip out there, the number two crypto out there, period, right? The fact that we are looking to onboard mainstream, the fact that we are looking to speak to the pure retail consumer, right? There is a good chance that a good amount of those folks, their crypto exposure may be overwhelmingly, if not solely, in NUME, right? And for us, sure, we love to see that. We love to see adoption on NUME, right? But we do want to encourage folks to really be able to understand the space and really be able to interact with more than just us, right? As a protocol. And in order to do that, we do want to make sure that folks do have ETH, because you do need ETH to interact with a lot of these protocols. Well, to interact with any protocol that is on the Ethereum blockchain. So by sharing that revenue in the form of ETH to all NUME stakers, and really any NUME holder should be a NUME staker, right? Because there really is no downside to staking your NUME other than you'll have to wait until the lock period is expired for you to withdraw it. But if you are long on NUME and you do have the tolerance for the lockup period, then there is no downside. It's pure upside in the fact that we do share the ETH revenue that we earn, and we do make sure that you still receive part of that 4%, right, growth in your NUME bag, whether you're holding NUME or you're staking NUME, right? 4% of all transaction volume on the NUME token gets shared right back to NUME holders and stakers in the form of NUME, right? So there really is no downside. There is only upside, and you get to get exposure with the number two crypto. And I think it's just fantastic. I mean, I'm a little biased, but I
Yeah,
think
well,
it's a great system.
Well, it's kind of great too, because if you've been in the DeFi space long enough, one of the issues I would always have is, even if I wasn't selling a token, I wanted to stack that token, every time I would claim my rewards from whatever I'm invested in, right? I would claim them and I would want to compound them, which means add that to my investment so I can earn even more. I would have to sell, I didn't always have a lot of ETH, I didn't always have this much money, right? So I would have to sell some of those tokens for ETH so that I knew I would have enough gas, for next month. And if I do revenue share, I get the ETH. Well, you guys effectively are paying my gas right there. And then I don't have to sell the new. It's a win-win.
It really is a win-win. And, to your point about this isn't really standard practice, right? In crypto, in the DeFi space. Yeah, it really isn't standard practice. So why are we doing it? Right? We're essentially giving money away. Well, no, we're not just giving money away. We consider it an incentive to reward the community for supporting the protocol. And by staking your NUME, you help secure the protocol, right? You help stabilize the token price, which helps everyone in the community. It helps all NUME holders, all NUME stakers, right? It helps vault users because their rewards are more stable in terms of dollar value, the notional value. But it also helps grow the protocol. So why not reward all these community members that have worked so hard to not just increase our community presence, increase our social following, to help us increase all these different metrics that are important to the project? We believe that everyone should be able to participate. Everyone should be able to be rewarded for their contribution, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here to do. We're here to help people, right? We're not here to be the next bank just in digital form or in DeFi form, right? We are here to change the way this system works, these financial systems work. And one of those ways is by passing through that revenue that typically banks will hoard for themselves, because they have shareholders that need dividends payouts. They have, shareholders that care about the stock price. They have pretty obscene executive compensation packages that they got to pay for, right? We don't have any of that. We actually do have even more efficiency than if a bank were to share all of their revenue, because we don't have all the operational overhead that a bank has, because we use smart contracts, right, which handle a lot of that operational overhead, right? And so, yeah, sure, it's not standard practice, but we believe this is the right thing to do, right? This is the way to help people, and this is the way that we will find our path to success.
Absolutely. So let's move on to the next one, which is the graphic design contest. We got a lot of great designs. I love this because I'm a big fan of the NFT space and all the great artists, the independent artists, and it's just a lot of fun for me as a kind of amateur artist to be a part of that. So I really enjoyed doing the design contest and seeing what y'all came up with. I want to give a shout out to our top three. So number one was Ami Tools. He came up with some really beautiful designs that really exceeded my expectations. I'll be honest; they were really beautiful. And then number two, Peepoy, really a great design. That's one that I'm going to gladly wear to the golf course. Probably pick up one for the wife too. And then of course we got Modulus here. That was number three. Uh, all great work, guys. Really enjoyed that. Everyone should have gotten their rewards by now. And just keep an eye out. We're gonna do more. We're gonna do some more contests like that. There's always room for some creative ventures here, and we want to make sure that as we engage the larger crypto community, that uh, engaging and participating in the NFT side of crypto is part of our agenda. Not just communicating with them, but also to integrate NFT protocols into our services eventually. So let's see. And as a part of that announcement, we will also be once we get the shirts and the other swag into print, we will be rewarding free shirts to anyone that's been in the community spotlight. So I saw Rin was here earlier. Looks like Rin had dropped out, maybe having connection issues, as tends to happen on Twitter. But you all will be earning, if you are in the community spotlight at some point now or in the future, you'll be getting a free shirt for that. And I'm kind of jealous. I'm gonna have to pay for one. Just that's the rule. So yeah, look for more information on that. Let's see what's next.
Maybe we can make it give you a little bit of a discount on that, Mr. Pat. But yeah, as a little update, we are in production on our merch. So, these designs are being used on shirts, on hoodies, on hats, potentially backpack, right? Or maybe it's a hip bag. We'll see. But, that is all in production right now. It will take a little bit of time, but we will be reaching out to folks that are gonna be receiving the stuff. We will need an address, so that is the one thing that we're gonna need to be able to send you this merch. But yeah, we'll be sending them out, and even to the winners. I think we should give some to the winners, don't you, Mr. Pat? To the graphic design winners, 1, 2, and 3.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, definitely to them and to the community spotlight and to Mr. Poppy.
You got it, sir.
Yeah, so a couple admin notes. The URL, the website, if you are interested in seeing, it's a partner referral program. You just go to the normal NumisMe.io website, and then it's /partner.html. And I'll be honest, I didn't even go there yet. I'm gonna just try to go there now.
Yeah, go check it out. And while you're checking it out, like Mr. Pat said, I'll just let everybody know. Just go on NumisMe.io. If you don't want to type the whole thing in, you can just go to NumisMe.io. Along the top there on your navigation links, you'll see the referral partner program. And just as the name says, right, it's the referral partner. It's a referral program, right? And we consider all our ambassadors and our community members that are going to be participating in this program. You are all partners, right? You're not just community members, you are partners. You are helping us grow not just our TVL, but you're helping us grow awareness for the project, right? So in that way, we consider you partners, and just like we believe that everyone that contributes should be rewarded, right? You as a partner will be rewarded with up to 1%, right, of the value of the deposits that you refer to us. So if you go to the page, it kind of like outlines at a pretty high level, what the terms of the program look like, what we offer in terms of one-to-one training and onboarding into the program. But you will find links to both our Discord to find more information if you want to do so. But peppered throughout the referral partner program page are links to the application form. So we're asking everybody that is interested, right? And quick shout out to Jake from a couple of weeks ago, on the last NUMES meeting. He did mention he did have a question about whether we had a referral program, and we did have it in the works at the time. He was a little bit ahead of the curve on that one, and we did promise that was something we wanted to talk about on the next NUMES meeting. So fast forward 2 weeks, here we are. We are talking about the referral program. And so, yeah, quick shout out to Jake. But yeah, anybody that's interested, right, please go to NumisMe.io, click on that referral partner program link, go find the submit button, and that will take you to the application page, and just apply, right? We're expecting pretty much 100% approval on anybody that's interested. We do just ask that you do take the time to really learn about us, to participate in that one-on-one training, right? To make sure that you not only feel comfortable talking about NumisMe, but that we give you everything you need as a partner that will empower you to be successful in getting those referrals, right? Because success in getting those referrals translates directly into like dollar rewards, right? So that's what we're trying to do here, right? We're rewarding up to, again, 1% the value of the deposits that you refer to us, and we'll save the more specific details for the onboarding for individual partners that do come into the program. But yeah, we're quite excited for that. The referral program is live. Let's go.
Mister, can I just add something, if that's okay?
Yeah, Wally.
Yeah, hi everyone, Wally here. So yes, I think we're excited about the referral partner program. Just to maybe offer some further insight, it's so the core theme today is all been about sort of the community. We see you guys and girls and everybody else on the call, sort of cool individuals to sort of help us grow. And I think we do strongly believe that you should get rewarded. So just to add to everything that Mr. said, this is something that we're excited about. So if friends, family, high net individuals, if you're in essentially, protocols or other projects that they've got treasuries and you think, they can maybe go into our vaults or our maybe upcoming pay me solution. So I'd recommend to everybody fill out the form. Somebody will reach out to you, and the process will be is we'll get you onboarded, we'll get you the materials that you need, and we'll also offer support throughout. So what does support look like? It might be as easy as you reach out to us, we give you some information, we might dedicate you someone a point of contact. You might have someone that might come in and it might be as simple as that, and then you get rewarded. Or it might be you might go and speak to a treasury or a protocol. You might do the introduction. What we'll do is we'll take, who you're talking to. We'll record your name against it. We'll sort of come in support. At times, we might need to come in and sort of overtake the conversation, maybe close it. But as soon as that deal is closed, you'll get rewarded 100%. So it's want to grow together. We're quite excited about it. The more you refer, the more you earn. So yeah, thanks, Mister.
No, thank you. That's a really good clarification and really good color there, Wally. Thank you. So yeah, just to kind of reiterate what Wally is saying, it's not just for your own personal deposits or your friends' deposits. We're saying, hey, if you know projects, with treasuries, with idle capital that are looking to deploy or didn't even have any idea that they could put their treasuries to work and earn, right, against their digital assets, which is the core of what we do, that you should be rewarded. So yeah, bring us those leads, right? And we can close them for you. And in as a reward for bringing us those leads, we will definitely make sure that you're rewarded up to that 1%. And I did want to mention one other thing that Wally did touch on is we are also, as part of the referral partner program, will be offering a promotional referral bonus for the Pay Me self-repaying loans product, right? And so for that, the early stage of launch, right? We're looking at somewhere around 4 to 8 weeks. We're not quite sure how long that period is going to be. We will be also offering a similar referral program for folks that are able to either come in themselves into the Pay Me self-repaying loan program, or anybody, folks that can refer, right? Whether it's, again, project treasuries or institutions, or if it's just friends and family, whoever it is that you refer, we'll also be applying that up to 1% referral bonus to the Pay Me self-repaying loans product, which is going to be launching in the very, very near term.
It sounds like there's a lot of different ways to be rewarded for participating in or supporting the community. It sounds like maybe we need to do a little bit of a Twitter post on this.
Yeah,
Like
maybe a quick little thread. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
So
already see the Oprah graphic. Referral bonus for you. Referral bonus for you. Sorry.
So I think in terms of the agenda, that those were the big things that we wanted to cover for this week. Is there anything that you gentlemen can think of that we didn't get to?
No, I think we've covered it pretty well, right? Like, we're growing as a protocol. All our community, social, and core project related metrics are on the up and up, right? We're really proud and really, really thankful for the community to help us do all this, right? To help us accomplish so much in such a short period of time. And for that, yes, we do want to make sure that everybody's aware that we are just about to turn on revenue share, right? It's where you stake your NUME and you earn ETH, right? We do have our referral program online now, so that's just another way for us to reward the community. And we do have the LP Double Up, which is a nice little way for you to boost the rewards that you can earn. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything we wanted to talk about on this NumisMeeting.
All right. Well, gentlemen, I think it's time to bring up any questions, comments, anything that, you want to share before we go into the weekend. Maybe you just want to tell Poppy about the trip you're going to take with the family. I don't care. We could talk about anything. This is your time.
Let's do it. I just gave Peter Griffin the microphone. So, yeah, Peter Griffin,
Yeah,
please unmute it. Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, doing
Good,
great.
Peter.
Happy Friday,
How are
sir.
you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Pretty sure most of the questions I wanted to ask has really been related to. So I think I just have one more question to go. So earlier I've been lecturing people about coming into the community of NumisMe, about the token and everything around my neighborhood and my locality around here. But they keep asking me one particular questions, So I feel it is amazing for me to just ask you guys, and then it won't hurt if we put that in plan. So they keep talking about the security measures. So how that do we really plan to put it in a way where we will not be able to be open to a lot of hacks? And then with all those things happening, I thought about it and I said, okay, look at what is happening to Solana. They've been hacked and all manner of things happening. Now, these are people's investment we're talking about. This is a vault, So are you sure that we are safe on that hand?
Yeah, great question. And, please don't ever feel that you have to wait 2 weeks to ask this kind of question. If you are getting this question in real time, please, just throw it in Discord, throw it in Telegram, wherever you are. We can definitely answer it for you. But this is a great question to talk about on the air here. So, number one, with respect to the Solana hack, right? As far as all the information is available out there, it wasn't a Solana level exploit. It does seem to be related to a specific wallet. So in that way, that is something that is very much unfortunately, it is something that's out of Solana's control, right? And that would be out of a protocol's control as well. It is very much it does seem to be at the wallet level. So that it just kind of reinforces the importance for everyone to do their research and for everyone to make sure that any of the tools you use in DeFi, any of the links you click, that you do vet those and you make sure that they are trusted and that they are using the highest security measures, right? The highest levels of security measures, that their security practices are really above board, right? And sometimes it can be hard to do that full due diligence, as we're seeing with that Solana hack, which again does seem to be a wallet related to a wallet. So from that kind of perspective, we are not at really, at risk from a project level for that to happen to us. With all the wallets that we do support, that they are nice and solid, right? From a vault security perspective, the biggest thing we can do, right? The most significant risk mitigation that we can perform for vault users is to make sure that our smart contract security is tight. And from a smart contract perspective, again, we don't ever take ownership of your funds, right? You always own your assets, and we only ask for permission to move your funds around on your behalf, right? The smart contract is what handles all of that, and it does make sure that you retain ownership of your funds. So because of that, the biggest focus that we put on security is on our smart contracts. So I can give you 3 talking points to give back to your community, to your neighbors, to your friends that you're talking to. Thank you, by the way, for spreading the word. I think that's amazing. So these are the 3 ways that we help users protect their funds, or we look to protect users' funds, right? So number 1, we are using battle-tested code. The code has been in use for well over a year, and we are, using not only battle-tested code, we have them multi-audited, right? And we've taken a different audit approach than most folks take. Most folks do like 1 audit, maybe if they do 2, they're both the same kinds of audits. They're very centralized audit firms that they use, and they just kind of go down a checklist, right? We've done centralized audits, right? We have 2 of those under our belts, but really the one audit that makes us super strong and really confident in our smart contract security is the one from Code Arena. And because of the way Code Arena operates, they have a decentralized, distributed methodology where they let loose their army of hundreds of smart contract security experts, right? And they're all specialized in slightly different ways, right? In terms of the way they look at code and what they're really experts at in terms of smart contract code, right? They go into our smart contracts and they just tear them apart, right? They look at it line by line and they look for not just exploits, but potentials for optimizing the code, making it a better user experience, making it cheaper for gas, right? And we found we got returned so many findings that like, 2 orders of magnitude more findings than we got from any of our centralized auditors, that really that is what makes us super confident. The fact that we got so many findings, we're very confident that the Code Arena auditors, that the smart contract specialists, that they've looked at our code from all different angles, right? And they found all the different possible opportunities for improvement on our code, and we've addressed all those findings, right? We took all those findings, we coded patches for them, and we've shored up our smart contract code accordingly. And so, number one, it's battle tested code. Number two, the Code Arena audit makes us super, super strong. And number three, the team is always vigilant in terms of making sure that our yield sources are healthy, making sure that we are mitigating any risk, whether it be from ecosystem or related to a specific digital asset. So that's number three, right? Number three is we're always on the lookout for problems that may harm users. And if we do find anything like that, we can pause a strategy and we can certainly change strategies, right? So at the end of the day, we're quite confident that the smart contracts that protect users' funds in the vault are secure, and we're quite confident that we are able to, analyze the market, see the risks, and make changes that we need to make if we see a particular yield strategy start to go sideways. Which, hey, to this day, we have not, right? And we actually paused, back in the day before our initial DeFi launch. We did pause that launch to make sure that the existing strategies that we're using today, that they were going to be safe back then. And it's proven safe until today. So those are the three ways that we look to protect users' funds. I hope that answers your question, Peter.
Yeah, sure. You see, the main reason of asking is that you see, like I like everything you say. I mean, I love everything you say. It really makes sense. It really makes sense. But you see, we have people now that they buy courses online. They even go to school studying acts, just to go and act things like that. So it is needed for me to ask. That was why I asked that. All right. So a little suggestion from my side here. So the AMA that was held at Anti-Ruggers United and Will's talk or something like that. So I stayed behind to really listen to what most of the audience were saying, and most of them said the whole thing was kind of hard to understand. The whole project thing was kind of hard to understand. When they enter the website, they keep saying a lot of things, So I was just suggesting, right? I mean, it's not everybody that will just understand everything about it. So I was just suggesting, what if we put together a like an animation video, just a demo, just a little demo video, and post it on the website, that anyone that comes in would watch the video and understand how it all works out in an easy way. I'm just suggesting, you get what I'm saying, right? So for
Yes.
it's just that so that people would be easy. We have people who also don't are not that educative, but yet they want to really invest in the crypto world. So I'm just suggesting, why not we have something like this where that people will just be able to get easy access to understanding most of these things that we do in this place. So that's just it. Thank you very much, sir.
That's a great suggestion. We do have an explainer video that we are going to be publishing soon. It does speak more at a high level to our overall vision, which is really focused on the mobile app, right? The digitization of that loose change of the fiat, cash that you get back as change from a purchase at a store, right? But I totally do understand, right? Because it is still complicated to interact with the DeFi side of what we do. And that's because we are early still, right? We are still standing up the different building blocks that we need to achieve that final vision, right? And unfortunately, right now, the core yield engine, right, which is like the biggest building block that we have, the foundation of everything, that the foundation that will support everything we do going forward, right? Unfortunately, these are still complicated products, and there is not so much we can do in terms of making it that much easier from a user experience standpoint. But we're always looking for feedback, so that's really great to hear that feedback. If you do have any suggestions, we'd love to continue the conversation on Discord or Telegram, right? Like, please reach out. Let's keep talking, whatever ideas you have. And maybe there is another kind of a video that we can make the DeFi products a little bit easier to understand. So totally hear you on that one. And you know what? We should get started on that. So yeah, I appreciate that feedback, Peter. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks for the question. I think we got another one from John. I'll add you as speaker now, sir. You have the mic. You just need to accept and unmute. Speaker right, sir. Oh, you just need to unmute. You're muted, John. If you can hear us, John, the mute button should be in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. It's a little microphone. Okay. No. No, not your. I think we're waiting for a question from John or a comment. I'm not sure if he can hear us.
Yeah, not sure.
Okay. While we wait, there may be some technical issues on his side. Do we have any other questions from Twitter, from Discord, from Telegram?
Oh, yeah, Modulus is asking about the permissions to view the form for the referral program. Is that live yet?
Yes, the form is live, and actually, if that is, you know what, we may have to flip the switch on one of the permissions there. So apologies for that. That's a great catch, Modulus. Thank you so much. Appreciate that feedback. We'll enable the form so that you can get in. I'm assuming that Modulus is looking to apply, like literally probably clicked as we were talking about it. So thank you. That's awesome. Already seeing demand for the referral program. So yeah, we'll get that fixed for you, sir. Sorry about that. All right. Do we have any other questions? Maybe John, did you want to ask that question, sir? Okay. Well, you know, John, if we don't want too much dead air here, so sorry if we can't get to your question on this one, but you know, please do feel free. You can always reach out on Discord, on Telegram, DM on Twitter, whatever you want. Oh, there it goes. There's the mute button. How's it going, John?
Hello, I'm fine. Good day.
Yes.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Okay, so this is my question. Sorry, when I logged into Twitter, I saw this piece. To be honest, I don't really know. I just saw it and it got my attention. So please, I don't know. I know you have spoken about it before. Please, can you just so that I will know what it's all about. Sure, I don't get. I just opened my Twitter account and I saw this piece, so it looks interesting. So I joined.
Yes. No, thank you. Thank you for joining. Sorry, I didn't. Was that a comment or did you have a question as well?
Okay. Like from the heading, it is about a referral program. So how can I get in the referral program? Sorry, I just came in. I to be honest, I just saw the space and I liked the heading, so I joined. And I saw it's a referral program. So how can I join in the referral program?
Yeah, so if you go to the referral partner page, right,
You
and
know,
you,
yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off, sir, mister, but I'll just, for everyone listening, I'm going to post the link to the partner referral program on our Twitter. So just click on the NumisMe button there, and it'll be up there in a minute. And then once you're on there, it's really self-explanatory. It gives you all the information about what the partner referral program is, how it works, and if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us here on Twitter or on Discord and Telegram.
perfect.
Okay, thank you very much. When you post it, I will check it out.
Amazing.
Sure.
Well,
Yep.
yeah,
No, I appreciate the question, John. Look forward to working with you, sir. Hopefully, as one of our partners.
amazing. Well, it
Um,
seems like we're, oh,
okay,
you go ahead.
let's say I want to join. I want to be a part of your team. What are the requirements?
Well, we are looking to make sure that any community member is able to participate. So in that way, there are no real requirements to become a partner, to become a community member. But we don't have any open roles on the team just today. But yeah, please do keep an eye out. We will be posting, whether they're through bounties or official job listings, if we do have any needs for skill sets on the core team. But as of right now, thank you for asking, but we don't have any available openings today.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Yeah, thank you, John, for your questions and your comments and all your feedback. Everyone, in fact, that's been asking those questions and giving us the feedback, we really appreciate it. But I'm not seeing any more questions anywhere, Mr. Papp or Aaron. Are you guys?
No, sir.
All right. Well, it might be that time.
Yeah, I think so. I think this was a great call. As always, we really, really, truly love having folks come up and talk to us, and whatever it is that's on your mind. This is your meeting, your community roundup, your chance to engage with us and talk about it. So appreciate that, Mr. Aaron, Wally, Misam, and everyone else. I appreciate all the time. Thanks for joining us today, and have a good weekend.